Putting those two names together can jumpstart a host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on the 12th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Alabama Crimson Tide offense will take the field for the first possession of this game. And a lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU, Jesse, had a year to think on that.
It sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same five-star athletes across the board. That's a big reason why this game means so much.
Off the play fake. Caught over the middle, it's Cuevas. And he might be known for run fits, but that was a sure and heavy tackle on the tight end. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Grab near the marker, it's Bernard. Turning it on! Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Catch in the middle, it's Miller. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line, it's Horton. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Line getting set on 2nd down. He wants to throw it again. Quick completion on the out. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20. Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. And he'll run into the end zone. Touchdown Tide! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So LSU's offense has the ball for the first time. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent. Both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these
Oh, he's got some space. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
Looking for a man, it's Nussmeier. Makes the catch. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks. A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
And a great job on the offensive line. You're going to run the ball right up the middle. You better control the line of scrimmage. You can see the center, the guard, the tackles doing a good job getting on their guys just enough where this running back can get the space and make the big game.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Here comes the heat. That's caught. It's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Tigers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Fires to the tight end. Just steamrolling the defense. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Gets it out quickly. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
My man, get him the ball. He will do the rest. Catches the football, walks into the end zone. Feed that man the rock.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Man, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Palmer. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are...
There he goes! Takes it past the marker. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Unloads it downfield. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The offense cashing it in on that drive.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Got it in the middle. It's Durham. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 27. Looking to throw, it's Gus Meyer. Makes the catch. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there. We're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're tackling the catch.
Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. They try to pop a run on the draw. And he'll be stopped for no gain and will be stopped for the end of the first quarter. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The play action fake. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Looking for a man. It's Simpson. Throws to the wideout. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the starter.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the gun. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
On 4th down, going to the air. Zings it complete to the right. Touchdown, Tigers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. To the air, it's Simpson. Got his man in the middle, fighting off the defender. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. The run to the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Motion from the back. They'll try to get the first through the air. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Looking for room, it's Durham. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Right back to the well. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Thomas. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the grab. It's sharp. Breaks into the open. Out of bounds right at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on a score. Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking to throw, it's Nussmeier. He's got him. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. How about the mix of play calls on this drive? 3 runs, 3 passes, and now they're in business.
And just keeping the defense completely off balance when you think it...
Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his tight end. Brought down at the 25 after he picked up 10. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And we talk to teams week after week and quarterbacks and coaches, and what do they always say, man? Quarterback's best friend is a tight end. Well, that play right there, he wasn't his best friend. You don't see a lot of drops from him, but, man, he had an opportunity to catch that.
Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row. Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Pulls it in and looking upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Got the back over the middle. Open space at the 25. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd.
35, Alabama, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Adams. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Flips it out in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. So now it's 2nd and long. Sends it back in motion. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Caught in the backfield, it's Miller. And this one will be stopped for no gain. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Cuevas. They get him down at the 36, it will be a 1st down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Looking downfield on 1st down. That's caught. It's Bernard. Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. To the air on 1st down. Got it behind the line. It's Cuevas.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you could tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on the field.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field.
Number 38 in punt formation to kick it away.
And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Dropping back, it's Nussmeier. Fires to the tight end. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
LSU.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Durham. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're gonna see every route in the route tree again in this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Sharp. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He gets a block. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bama.
You're down. You need a play. What a nice job on the big punt return to give a spark. You can hear this home crowd going bananas. They needed a big shot in the arm, and they got it with the punt return.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to pass, it's Nussmeier. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot.
Turning it on! And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have the guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Fires to the big fella. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry, get some emotion, get some momentum on your side.
Looking to throw it, Simpson. Snagged out in the air. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play.
A really nice job by the quarterback, putting some extra heat on that throw. As a defensive back, I'm going to drive to that curl, try to get there really quick to try to break up the pass, but when the QB puts it that hard on the money with that much accuracy, really hard route to defend.
Grabbed over the middle, it's Bernard. That'll be good enough for a first down. They'll mark it at the 30. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. He'll pull it on the read. Oh, he's got some space. He'll slide and avoid the big hit.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle, it's Bernard. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off play action on first down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Cueva. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll move the tight end. On third and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Finds the tight end. Stopped right at the 42-yard line as this defense forces a fourth down. Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking for a gap. It's Durham. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. They go to the ground. There he goes. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Fourth down and 3, and they'll try to pick it up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And is going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. I got to be honest, I like it.
Got it in the middle. It's Miller. And he's brought down after a nice game. Alabama pushing the tempo.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Wants to throw. It's Simpson. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Wants to throw again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. Touchdown, Alabama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Durham. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting the football, letting them get some positive yards.
With the catch, it's Anderson. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Takes a handoff. It's Durham. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
To the ground with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. But we'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. The Tide crowd roaring noise down on the Saban field on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Guys, this is a story we see every single year in college football. Ranked teams losing to unranked opponents. Whatever the reasons, it adds to the flavor of the season.
It's so good because we all love the upsets, and then if you're the team that got that ranked win, Jesse, you start to build your resume, start to build some momentum. So this squad got a good win today.
They sure did. They put the rest of college football